Hi everyone, I'm Crystal Mason Cup and I'm with Crystal Clear Oils, and you can find me on Facebook, Crystal Clear Oils, or clearly doTERRA Essential Oils. Our family actually travels full time right now, and you can also find us at Caravan of Cups. So if you need to contact me at all, Caravan of Cups on Instagram or on Facebook. So either of those ways you can get us, and you can also follow along with us. My husband's actually out right now with a big team with 8 Days of Hope. He's ripping out, everything out of houses, like gutting them. He said it was so bad. Like he's 6 foot, almost 6'4", and he said the water line was up to his chest. So it's just so high, so amazing. But he's meeting so many people and being able to pray with them, and it's such a blessing to be here. There seems to be a ton of tragedies going on right now, all over our country and all over the world. So if you're praying people, I just want you to encourage you to take 2 minutes out of your day and just pray for them. There's so many people that haven't been able to contact their families, and it's kind of heart-wrenching for us. So for anybody, and for them especially. So keep them in your prayers. But I have an exciting amount of information for you. We went to the doTERRA convention in Salt Lake City this year, 2017 convention, and literally I just felt like I was immersed in doTERRA for 3 days. I mean, it was a tremendous amount of information, far too much for me to be able to share it all with you. So I just broke it down to what I feel like will benefit you the most, and hopefully you'll get something out of it, you'll learn something new, and you'll be able to incorporate the oils into your life if you haven't already, and feel like this is something you can do and something it's easy to do, because it is easy. And so if you need help at all, let me know. But you can do this. I totally have faith. So let me tell you a little bit about the company, and then we'll go into all the new stuff, and we're going to go into all the new products that we're offered too. So I'm going to give you some statistics. So I'm going to share my screen now so you can go along with me on the slides, and I can't wait. So comment if you need to comment, and I'll answer your questions, okay? Let's see. Share screen. Okay, gotcha there. Put on my slideshow. There you go. All right, so what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'm going to leave my picture up so you can see me, because people seem to like that kind of face-to-face interaction, and I really like that too. So this is just the post-convention celebration, and what that is just all that information I told you, and it's way too much to tell you everything. So like I said, highlights. So some of the amazing things, like new products, new research, new ideas, just kind of where doTERRA is going in general, and where doTERRA is taking healthcare. I think this is astounding, and I can't wait to share that part with you. And the impact that they're making. So I'm going to tell you a couple quick, like statistics, or kind of bullet points of what happened this year. So we shared over 10 million bottles of oil. I mean, I was kind of astounded and shocked at that number. Over 10 million bottles of oil shared. That in July, we broke 1 million orders. So over 1 million orders just in July of this year, through that one facility in Salt Lake City. That is an incredible amount of oil shared, and that is all the wellness advocates, all you guys out there sharing the benefits of doTERRA oils. That's you guys. That's awesome. Okay, so this part was fun. 1.5 million tubes of Deep Blue were sold. 5 of those were ours. That is like such a minuscule little fraction of that my mind was blown a little too. I loved this part, On Guard toothpaste. In 2016, there were 1.3 million people estimated brushing their teeth with On Guard toothpaste. In 2017, and it's not over yet, 215 million mouths are being washed and cleaned out and brushed with On Guard toothpaste. And I'm going to talk to you a lot about On Guard because the studies are astounding. doTERRA now works with over 45 countries where they co-source their oils. we're going to talk about co-sourcing a little bit and why that is so important. Soil matters. The science behind that matters, and the quality is there. But by working with those countries, doTERRA has created over 20,000 jobs in those impoverished countries. Over half of those 4 to 5 countries are impoverished. They're known to be impoverished. So extreme poverty, and they now have 20,000 new jobs this last year. We had a cool competition where the wellness advocates who are choosing to do this as a business, they kind of just went out and busted hiney and tried to enroll as many people as they could and tell as many people and share as many people oils with as many people as they could. And doTERRA gave away rose oil. They gave away a few different ones, but rose oil was the #1 grand prize winner. They gave out 317 bottles, 5 milliliter bottles of rose in July. And it is a very precious oil. It's very hard to get. And I want to tell you how many rose petals it takes to make those 317 bottles of that tiny bottle of oil. 89 million rose petals. 89 million. Like, try to picture that in your mind. Like, I think my RV would be filled many times over with the rose petals, like with 89 million of them. 89,782,000 to be exact. We also have initiative with underground. It's called Operation Underground Railroad. Operation Underground Railroad is an incredible partnership with doTERRA where they fight against child sex trafficking. They used the Hope oil. You can find it on the website at doTERRA.com/crystal. You can find the Hope products. Anything you buy with that goes straight to that foundation, 100% of it. And the Hope oil is like this little roller bottle of oil. And underneath it is a hotline. So they found that it's not safe to just go and take people out of a situation. But when they notice, there's teams of people who work on this, on the streets. And when they notice someone that looks like they're in danger, they give them a bottle of Hope oil. Well, under that bottle, there's a label, and it has a 1-800 hotline on it. And they just kind of quickly tell them there's a way out. Look under the bottle when you get a minute alone and call that number, and you will have a chance to be rescued. I thought that was pretty amazing. Over 77,434 bottles were given away. That's a tremendous amount, and it's kind of scary. doTERRA has partnered with 46 projects with the Healing Hands Foundation, and that's the big organization that doTERRA works with. And they have partnered in Haiti, Nepal, Mexico, just several different countries where there's a huge need, not only for child sex trafficking prevention, but also if they need schools and homes and medical care. So they partner with those. And in 2 places, doTERRA has initiated a mobile crime lab unit. So now, especially with sex trafficking, they're able to use these awesome dogs. They named one, what was it? Cinnamon Bark. And that was cool. And they take the dogs that are trained to find microchips, little tiny USB cards, and they can find them when people can't. Like, they're hidden inside linings of curtains and inside backpacks, and just really hard to find. And so by the time the person, the perpetrator, is arrested, the evidence isn't found and processed before they have to be released. But now doTERRA has partnered with this team to be able to have these mobile crime units and get those suckers behind bars within 48 hours, because they're able to get the evidence and then kind of get through it and process that evidence to be able to convict them. So that's really cool. Not convict, but charge them. Now, let's see. Oh, this is something that's really important. This is on a different subject, but it's the Empowered Life series. doTERRA launched this last year. And if you're interested in more essential oil education, go to the doTERRA.com website, and you can just log in, enroll under the Empowered Life series. So they'll send you emails, they'll send you websites or webinar links, and then as long as you're linked into it, you can watch the classes later, and that is some very valuable information. We are getting so big, and doTERRA is not going away. It is just this massive, power unit that is fighting and going to just grow exponentially. I think the estimated growth by 2020 is to double. So in 2007 or 2009, there were 700 wellness advocates. There are now 5 million wellness advocates. That's people who know about essential oils. They're using them. There's a 60 to 70% retention rate. That's incredible. No other company can boast that. And it's not by accident. These are pure therapeutic grade oils that are powerful. And so that alone is getting the word out. It's working, so people are sharing that. The building where we get our oils has grown. They are going to expand it. And so this is only important to you because 2 things. One, you're going to have better access. The internet site is going to be faster. Their goal is to compete with Amazon Prime 2-day shipping. And surpass it. So like places like Dallas, they're going to have next day shipping. They have a plant in Atlanta. They have a distribution center in Salt Lake City, of course. And then they're building 2 more, one in Honolulu, Hawaii, and one in Alaska. I think it's in Fairbanks. And that's pretty incredible. Nope, it's in Anchorage. So that's going to make life a lot easier for the people out in outside of the CONUS, the continental U.S. And so, let me see. So that's just a little bit about the growth. And I thought that was important because if you're using them, access is important, right? So we're going to talk a little bit about, let me just move the slides along. That's the extension we talked about and why we must change healthcare. Healthcare, I think we all kind of know, the healthcare system is a little bit broken, or a lot of it, however you look at it. But we don't have, the standard of care has kind of been given over in the last 15 years to insurance companies, to pharmaceutical companies. Well, as a healthcare professional, it shouldn't be there. It should be with the nurses and the doctors, the people who have studied for years, for dedicating half their lives to learning about your body and your health. Those are the people who should be setting the standard of care. And doTERRA knows that. doTERRA believes that. Well, the cost of it has exponentially grown to a point where there's been a 49% increase in the out-of-pocket expenses since 2003. There are the prescription drug industry has increased from 2000 over 84%. That's an incredible increase. And why? Like, why are people having to take so much medicine? Why are people struggling with this? Well, instead of watching from a distance, doTERRA is taking an extremely active role. So in 2017, at the convention in September, just a couple weeks ago, they introduced that we were going to have healthcare clinics. They're actually integrated. They're going to have the best of both worlds. They have one in Salt Lake City where it's already seeing wellness advocates and doTERRA employees, and it will be open to the public soon. And they plan to have 2 more open every quarter throughout the U.S. and then worldwide. And they're going to be no insurance is accepted. There's going to be no, like high costs for basic things. It's going to be the basic amount that it would require. So keeping the cost extremely low. And they're going to change the healthcare system by doing that. They already have 5 main doctors on board, and they're seeing patients, and they use oils as a holistic view to treat the body. And then they will use medical training, just regular, normal Western medicine, and combine the 2. And so we'll talk to you more about that soon. And that's just super exciting for us in the doTERRA world. Now, we're going to look at the products because this is the fun part, right? Sorry, that's my daughter. We're going to talk about, there's 10 new products. One is the little yoga kit, but there's 10 new products. In the yoga, there's 3, and we'll talk about those. And I'm just going to talk to you about the specifics of the oil so that you'll know when and if they'll fit into your life. Fur oils. Fur oils are highly underestimated. They have powerful components for calming people. They're powerful for colds or for your skin. And they're going to be, this is my go-to oil. The furs were for pain, for like muscle spasms and things like that. And then just calming the tissue, and for sinuses. So if you have really dry sinuses, or say you have a cold and you're struggling and maybe breathe isn't cutting it for you, grab a fur. They are amazing. They don't only smell like Christmas, but they're extremely soothing. Blue tansy is another really great oil. It's new. This falls into the flower category. Well, flowers are, they're just exponentially calming to our body. They have properties that allow our body to calm down and emotionally to feel pleased and joyful. And with blue tansy, it's very similar to Roman chamomile, and Roman chamomile is filled with esters. And blue tansy has another component, that's a weird word. And anyways, chemazoline, sorry, I got it out. Chemazoline, and that's what makes the color super duper blue. So you put a dot of the oil on your skin and it changes your skin blue, like a Smurf, for real. It does go away. So this is the oil that you're going to want to use at night. Add a couple drops to your moisturizer at night, and it's a great little mask, but it will fade. It won't keep your face blue. Dilute this one. Dilute it with coconut oil or your moisturizer and allow for it to calm your skin. It's great for imperfections. It's great for calming, for rest. It's great for your muscles and your tissue like that. And so it has a really powerful fragrance. So as you're breathing it aromatically, you can combine it with cedarwood and frankincense, geranium. Those will help you to clarify your skin, but you could also breathe it in with lemongrass and marjoram or cinnamon. And those are warming. So they're not only going to be great for breathing it in, but also for your skin. But you should not take this one internally. This is not meant to be used internally, just aromatically and topically. So I want you to just remember, florals are relaxing to the body, to the emotions. They're soothing, they're replenishing to the skin, and they also support your immune system. So everybody needs a little support in the immune system. Dilute that one unless you want to be a Smurf. Okay, so the next one is, I was so excited when I saw this on the screen. They started talking about the endocannabinoid systems, and I was like, no way. I didn't think that doTERRA would ever bring this oil out, but I am thrilled and excited because not only did they come out with it, they blended 4 species of the Copaiba tree so that they have the absolute most pure and most potent blend of Copaiba oil. So this is this will be a powerful tool in your arsenal. So it's going to be incredible for just supporting your liver and just antioxidants in your body. It supports increased cardiovascular health. It helps you to sustain an immune response, healthy immune response, and digestive. So I've historically, some of you know, I already have struggled with digestive issues, and this is a great one for calming the digestive tract and just for inflammation. It also supports neurological function. This is important. So, because I have some friends who they're either themselves or their children suffer with episodes of kind of disrupted neurological brainwaves. And so if you can understand what I'm saying, this is an oil that is going to help your body fight that. If you know somebody who struggles with that, this is the oil for that. This is going to be a top oil for supporting your neurological activity, whether it's really bad headaches or more severe than that, then this is the oil for you. You also can take it internally which is incredible. I take 2 drops under my tongue at night, barely any flavor at all. It almost doesn't have a fragrance to me. Even my husband can barely sense it, but it's very light. And so it hardly tastes, but it is incredible for supporting cellular health and cellular regeneration. So if you're dealing with any type of neurological issue, this is the oil to go to. So topically, you can use it. And let me give you some examples. So say you want to apply it, you want to dilute it, because one of the things that we learned in convention, and there's been kind of, everybody says it their own way, is, let's see, should I dilute or should I not dilute? Well, yes, the science shows that the components in essential oils are highly volatile. And what that means is that they're going to dissipate quickly in the air. So as you put it on your skin, some of it's gonna go away. But if you use coconut oil, the small molecules in that coconut oil will trap it in and allow your body to get the most benefit. So use coconut oil, even if it's just squirting a little in your hand, put a couple drops and then rub it on the spot, where like your lower back or on your shoulder, neck, wherever you need it. If you need it externally, like I said, combine this with cinnamon, combine this with marjoram, any of those kind of oils are going to be really great for the muscle and inflammation type stuff. Internally, you can take it by itself, add it to citrus water. It's delicious. I've tried it. It's really good for that. And it'll help you get it throughout the day. And you can also breathe it in for a very calming effect. Combine this with your frankincense. We already have been doing frankincense under the tongue. So what Neil and I did was in the morning we do Copaiba, and then at night we do frankincense, just to kind of mix it up a little, because they both are so powerful to help your body rejuvenate, cellular health, just an incredible support for that. The next oil is Neroli Touch. And I want to say this is my favorite, but I think a lot of them are my favorite. But I've been using this ever since we got it. I opened it the day at convention and started rolling it on. It's like this amazing orange blossomy smell, not super sweet, but still a floral smell. And it's pretty incredible. Each of us, like there were 4 of us hanging out, and we put it on and all of us smell a little different. I thought that was cool. It mixed with our hormones, and it was really neat that we each had our own specific smell with neroli. But it supports that time of the month. So if you're having discomfort or emotional troubles, this is the oil for you. Rub it on. It's incredible. With this, I actually my diet supplement stuff is like Lifelong Vitality. I use neroli. Now I won't go without neroli, but I've been using Clary Calm, and I like this smell better. Clary Calm is great. I love it. It helped with my headaches, the monthly stuff. It really helped tremendously balancing out hormones. But neroli does a very similar thing as Clary Calm. So if you want to try something new, this would be a really great oil for that. Just very overall relaxing. It does, one of its number 1 claims to fame is intestinal inflammation. Excuse me. So it helps with inflammation. And it's pretty cool because I haven't had any issues this month, and I don't know if it has to do with neroli or, you know, I'm always very careful with my diet, but there's always accidents. But this one has helped, and I haven't had any intestinal issues this month. That's just my experience. So expectant mothers with this one, jasmine and neroli put together are really great. People find relief from that calming feeling that you get, that just relaxing feeling, that relief from the end of the cycle of pregnancy. When you're getting towards the end, these will help you to transition and have a more pleasant experience. Jasmine oil smells delicious too. It's super powerful. There's some really cool things about jasmine. I was just overjoyed whenever I saw that it came out, because I couldn't, they don't really sell it. It's too expensive to put pure. Well, not necessarily too expensive. Somebody could afford it, but it's really difficult to harvest. And so the amount that they need makes it more difficult and costly to produce and best. Excuse me. Sorry, it's hot in here. We're in Houston. Okay, so the jasmine is considered the king of the flowers. So we have the king of the oils, frankincense, but the king of the flowers is jasmine, and kind of has this relaxing yet euphoric flavor, like smell. It's really powerful, and it's has these tiny white flowers that are known to, like, as soon as the sun hits them, the essential oil on it, the compounds dissipate. Like it's just, they're that volatile. So they have to be picked at 3 to 4 in the morning. There's like a really, like, they come out and then they have to be picked right away before the sun hits them. It's really cool. And that labor intensiveness causes it to be difficult to harvest. So we finally have it, but it's in a touch, so it's conveniently diluted so that we can enjoy it, and it's still a very powerful oil. It's very calming. So and it also helps with blood pressure. It helps to maintain healthy blood pressure. So rolling it on the bottom of your feet every day is going to be very powerful. This oil also helps in, I mentioned combining it with neroli for the end of the menstrual cycle or during labor. So it just supports you with feelings of relaxation. Okay, rose. You guys, I was a little bit shocked when they said they were coming out with Rose Touch. I've been wanting rose forever. I know how powerful it is. It kind of outperforms so many different oils for antibacterial purposes, just health concerns. You can find studies on it on PubMed.org. They are tremendous. This one has outperformed any of the oils that we use for disinfectant, for colds and stuff. This is the oil to go to, but it's hard to get. So now that they have it in touch, I'm really excited, because not only does it have that kind of sweet yet romantic type smell that it just lasts forever. It has these compounds in it that make it stay on your skin a really long time. So all you need is a tiny dab of it. It goes a long way. And it's going to benefit you on your face. It's great for skin. It's great for relaxation. It's one of the leaders told us a story about her daughter who was in a bounce house, and she ended up getting an infection, a really bad infection. We all are familiar. It's in hospitals, and it spreads very quickly. And more we're finding that it's being found outside of the hospital setting. But she had tried all the traditional methods like Melaleuca and On Guard and different ones, and it just wasn't kind of kicking the bug in the butt. So she talked to the doctors, and they said, you know the research on rose, try rose. So she grabbed the rose, and within 3 days, that infection was gone. So her daughter was going to have to take all these antibiotics. It was like a literal 3-month extensive IV set treatment. She and her family talked about it, and they decided to try rose first, and it worked. There were 3 other kids on that bounce house that contracted the same disease, and they all used Rose Touch and a little bit of Melaleuca, and it was completely cured. Well, I guess I can't say cured. It helped the situation. Sorry. Yoga collection. Whether you are a yogi or not, these oils are pretty tremendous. They have several different incredible compounds. They're like a bunch of oils blended into these. And yoga, if you're not doing yoga, I highly recommend it. Yoga has changed my life, along with the doTERRA lifestyle. Being able to stretch and connect with myself and have that emotional kind of release and understanding of myself, and learning new things and how my body works, and where do I fit in with personal time, and how my body's tension is released when I'm doing it. It's incredible. So there are several free ways to try yoga. Go to YouTube. There's so many good ones. Yoga with Adriene is incredible. Hey Adriene. Just kidding. She doesn't pay me. It's just a really old practice that the studies have shown that it works incredibly for overall emotional health and physical health. So when I found out they were making these oils, I was like, that's pretty awesome. I was very excited. Anchor is the first one we'll start with. It's a steadying blend. It combines lavender, frankincense, cinnamon bark, sandalwood, very warm and calming oils, black pepper and patchouli. So all of those oils are combined in this tiny bottle. It's 5 milliliters. This is a kit, so you'll get all 3 when you order it. And this one is incredible for just kind of grounding you. It helps you have a sense of completeness, very calming, and also encourages you to have more courage to finish your day, you know. And so it's a great foundation to get your day started. If you struggle with emotions at all, get these oils. The next one is Align. This is our centering blend. It's our new centering blend. The bottles are actually kind of iridescent-y, sparkly, the labels. They're really pretty. This one has lemon, grapefruit, which are great. Citruses are wonderful. Siberian fir, new oil. Osmanthus is a new oil, and Melissa. Now, those are very powerful, and to get those in this bottle at this price is incredible. So you're going to have feelings of happiness. They're promoted clarity. Sorry, you probably hear my kids. Clarity and courage, and so you're going to be able to maybe feel more prepared for your day, like you can meet your goals. You're feeling very empowered with this blend. Arise, I have a story about. It is an incredible oil for just enlightening your mood. It's a blend of, what did it have in it? It tastes like tangerine, but it does not have tangerine in it. It has, actually, those are the oils I just said: lemon, grapefruit, Siberian fir. I thought that was familiar. Osmanthus and Melissa. The other oil is, sorry, I have to find my notes. I lost it. Anyways, this one is my favorite because it has that tangerine-like flavor, and I know it had Melissa, and I struggle with bad headaches, especially during that time of the month. They come and they're pretty severe. Knocked me out for a while, kind of headaches. And this one, we were able to go to the showcase at convention and try them. So I didn't have Melissa. I've never had it. It's on my list, my wish list, but I haven't gotten it yet to try for migraines. But this one had it in it. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go try it. So I put my thumb on it. I just kind of took the bottle, got a little bit on my thumb, and I put it to the roof of my mouth. It tasted good, so that was fine because I wasn't expecting that. And within an hour, we were out at the street party at convention, and my headache was completely gone. I had no ibuprofen, nothing, just a lot of water. I had been drinking a ton anyway, and a tiny dot of Arise, and it was gone. So that was an incredible feat. I really was excited to learn about that. Now, Lumo is our new diffuser, and if you love diffusers like I do, like you're really excited about this one because this is kind of the best of both worlds. It has a 10-hour or more setting. It has the lights, but it's kind of middle of the ground, so it's a little bit cheaper than the top one, and it's a little bit more expensive than the pedal diffuser, but it has a really cool function. It does 5 minutes on, 5 minutes off, 5 minutes on, 5 minutes off. So you're getting what some people believe is a better way of getting our aromatic treatment, because they think that you need to have an exposure to oils and then you need to have a break from the oils. So this diffuser provides that. Get this diffuser. It's pretty amazing. Another new product was the On Guard Sanitizing Mist. It's the hand sanitizer. So we use it. I have 4 kids. I use this all the time. Jackson actually sneezed in the car. He did not cover his face, and it sneezed all over the dashboard area. Neil was so creeped out. So I took the hand sanitizer and I was spraying everything and wiping it. But actually there's some studies I'm going to talk to you about, and it just says spray and don't rub. You don't even have to rub. So we'll talk about that more, but this is a great product. We talked a little bit already in the beginning about how much doTERRA is growing, and I mean growing. They are going to try to beat, like I said, Amazon Prime with shipping, 2 days shipping. They're trying to meet that and exceed it. And they're also going to double the facility that they have, the distribution facility in Salt Lake City. So they're growing all these new facilities. And then like Texas, they're having one in Dallas, Anchorage, Alaska, Honolulu. And so they're building so many more distribution centers this year, and they're going to continue to get better with their website. So the mobile site has been worked on, and the actual website has had a complete overhaul, which is very difficult to do, but now it has potential for 10 times as amount of growth that we've seen in the last 10 years. And so it's exponential. It's really great. The sourcing, I talked to you a little bit about co-sourcing. doTERRA's co-sourcing guidelines are unmatched. There's literally no one in the world that does it like doTERRA does. And the quality that they offer with the essential oils is absolutely astounding. It's incredible. You're going to get the highest quality at the best price. And for them to be able to do this at the price that they offer it is astounding. The medical benefits of these oils are tremendous. And it's such a blessing that they'll do this work for us and get us these oils. The co-impact sourcing, it's actually an initiative that doTERRA had in mind when they first started, that they would go out, take the science that shows the soil matters, and go out and to the different countries where those oils, where the plants are originally found. So they're natively found, and they don't take a lot of effort to grow in those areas. They work with local farmers, and then they are able to harvest the best quality plant to be able to produce the most pure and highest potent quality oil. So here's like the guidelines for co-sourcing, and it's kind of what doTERRA looks for and what you can expect. It generates jobs. It creates a healthy, strong bond with those farmers so that there's no middleman and that there's a trusting relationship there. And they can just depend on that money every year. And it's year round. It's not just at harvest time. They build a supplier capacity. So we're not ever wondering, are we going to have these oils? Are they going to be available? Yes, they will absolutely be available. They will always be in stock. There's going to be a continuous growth. They also educate these farmers to show them how to get better crops, a longer sustainability in their farm, and to be able to get more income. They ensure that there are fair labor conditions. They promote cooperation between tribes and between communities. They ensure there's environmental stabilization. So like for the frankincense trees, they go in and they have scientists help them see which trees are dying and which trees maybe they need to handle a little better, or maybe they need to regrow some because they take a long time to grow, but they help them manage. And that's just a partnership that doTERRA offers because of how important these resources are to all of us. So they go into these co-impact. It means that we actually go in and we get our source, all of our plants and stuff, but we also help the community. So building schools, building hospital centers or medical care centers, providing doctors, providing hygiene kits like in Nepal with the Healing Hands Foundation. These girls were put in sheds. They were taught that their period is a curse, and doTERRA has set up not only an education site, they put in kits where they are reusable, and then these girls are able to go back into school and they are re-educated so they know they're not a curse. You need periods to have people. So that's just one example, but it's just such an incredible work that doTERRA is doing with this co-impact sourcing. So the whole job, there's a study in Kenya, and they're doing it with University of Oxford, where they're in Kenya. They're studying how our co-impact sourcing is going to affect the poverty there, because one of doTERRA's goals is to decrease the poverty level in Kenya. So I can't wait to hear that study. Hopefully it'll be done soon and we'll see some really good results. So doTERRA is going to revolutionize healthcare. Well, how, right? There's so much going on. So I told you already, they're opening clinics. they are partnering with medical professionals. So this last year at convention, it was our first year that we did a medical symposium with actual healthcare professionals, doctors, nutritionists, scientists who are in the medical field. They all came together. It was like over 500 people. And you can, if you are a medical professional, sign up at source2u.com, and you'll be able to get all that information. There is a video, and I will post it on my Facebook page so you guys can watch it. And it's just really incredible to see all that doTERRA is doing. But they're partnering with doctors. They're partnering with scientists. They're still doing all this clinical research just to show the public that there's research and proof of the efficacy and the cost savings that essential oils will provide. They empower wellness advocates like myself. They're not going to go into the medical field and sell oils. They're actually refer the people who want to know about oils to wellness advocates like myself and you if you're a wellness advocate. And they also plan to double, I mentioned this, the doTERRA wellness advocates by 2020. And the only way to do that is to share with your friends and family. If you have friends and family that you know that don't really know about essential oils or don't use it, then you know that's how many more people need to know, right? We know that they work. I know they work, but we have to share. We share our experiences because they work. Word of mouth is by far the best way to share it. So I'm going to touch a little bit on the science. I'm trying to go fast, guys. This is like a water hose of information or a fire hose, and I am only giving you a fraction of it. So I'm going to try to go really fast to get you guys out of here, but it's so much good information. So there's a huge study done. Find the doctor. Jennifer Eddins, she's a specialist in microbiology. She did a study on On Guard products. They actually have been about 2 years worth of studies on this, and it was between On Guard and Melaleuca because they know that both of those oils are antimicrobial, antibacterial. They just are really great oils for that. And so it showed that On Guard had a 26% increase in zone size over Melaleuca. And that just means the area that it covered, that it prevented microbes from growing back. And it really did prevent the microbes from coming back. And so they did two things. One, they put it in a petri dish, just like a normal way you would test a microbe. 1/6 of a drop of it on the little petri dish thing. And nothing, they introduced the microbes, nothing could grow. 7 days they did this, nothing could grow. Like they didn't add any more oil. They just kept introducing the live samples of the bacteria, of the microbes, and nothing would grow. That's tremendous. I mean, tremendous if you know science. Guys, this is really huge for On Guard to be that powerful. 1/6 of a drop is like less than the itty tiny little beadlets that we get. That's only 1/4 of a drop. So they took, the other part of the study is they took a spray bottle, 32 ounces, tap water, and they put 3 drops of On Guard in it. They sprayed the surface with the microbe. They knew the microbes were on it. They sprayed the surface. They let it air dry. So they did not wipe it at all. Then they tested it over a period of 7 days. So every day they would test it for the live microbes. They didn't introduce anything else, but they didn't cover it up. So it was able to get the microbes back on it easily. Then they started to introduce the microbes back on it, and still nothing could grow. They couldn't ever get a live sample back from that surface. That was so good. Guys, I've been using On Guard in my house for a while. So reassuring to know that when I have my kids, which a safe, non-toxic product, On Guard, and all I need is 3 drops, I was putting like 25 drops. I'm putting it back to 3 because they tried to put more. They put more to see, and it didn't affect it at all. 3 drops was all they needed for this study. So my kids are in there cleaning the toilet, and it's clean. So I'm excited about that. So we have a whole line. There's a reason why there's a whole line of doTERRA On Guard products, because it works. The studies are astounding. Go to pubmed.org. They're really great. So one of the really cool things that I thought was really important, it touched on nurses. Nurses affect us all. It is a very hard job. They are required to sustain a large amount of stress, be able to work through that, to be able to think clearly, to be able to do so much. And they did some studies, 3 actually, on nurses and putting essential oils in the nurse stations. it was a really incredible. There's this, one of the studies just took the emotional aromatherapy oils, and then they took surveys over a period of 6 months of the nurses, and they didn't really tell them what they were doing. They just knew there was essential oils there, but they took a survey before they introduced the emotional aromatherapy oil, and they did 6 months because they did a month for each oil. And the numbers were astounding. I mean, over half the stress level was decreased. Over half of anxiety levels were decreased. Over half of the feelings of tension or anger were decreased, or that feeling that you could deal with stress, that increased. So the positives increased while the negatives decreased. That was so huge. And to be able to help nurses, one of the things that they found, the study showed that when you decrease the blood pressure and the stress of a nurse, you decrease the blood pressure, systolic and diastolic, of patients. You decrease the stress and anxiety levels of what you have to deal with from a patient when your nurse is less stressed. So I thought that was just incredible. You need to take care of the nurses, because those are who deal with all the stress, and then you have even better patient care. Dr. Hill, this is Dr. Hill. He's really amazing. He did several of the talks at the conference, and he said something that resonated with me. And because this is why, one of the reasons I started to use doTERRA, because they gave third-party support to their claims. They let other people test their products, and they give us every bit of that testing. And that's so huge, when nobody else will do that. No one else gives that kind of research to you to show you what's happening in their company. And so he said that without question, it's not only doTERRA is not only a world leader in essential oils, but they're also a world leader in defining what quality is, what purity is, and that, he said, will never deviate from. That is so incredible, to know that you know what you're getting. So basically that's all the new stuff. I hope that you learned something awesome. And if you have, well, I'm sure you have questions, but if you haven't used essential oils, you want to know what will work best for you, you're struggling with a certain condition, you can contact me on Facebook, Clearly doTERRA Essential Oils, or it's facebook.com/Crystal Clear Oils. I'm also on Instagram at Caravan of Cups, and Facebook Caravan of Cups. And let's find out what works best for you. doTERRA is very easy. You literally, it's like Costco. And so you could get a membership for $35 and then have access to all of these amazing products at 25% off for your family. So whether you want to live that lifestyle, the doTERRA lifestyle, and you're just ready to get rid of toxins, you're tired of feeling sick, get on board and just try it. What is it going to hurt? There's guarantees. They do 30-day guarantees. This stuff is pretty incredible. And you will have me, and I will help you on your wellness journey. So I really enjoyed sharing this with you guys. And if you have would like to know more information at all, just contact me, like I said, and I look forward to hearing from you. I hope you were blessed, and don't forget, try to pray for Houston and Florida and the islands, the fires. There's so much going on, but bless you today. May God bless you.